This is not silence, it's his soul, screaming your name. Every night, the silence between you feels unbearable. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and still no word from him. You check your phone hoping for a message that never comes. You wonder if he's forgotten you, if he's moved on, if everything you felt was one-sided. But what if I told you that this silence isn't what you think it is? What if the absence of words is actually the loudest declaration his soul has ever made? If you're here right now, it's because your soul needed to hear this truth. You're not alone in this silence, you're not forgotten, and what's happening between you is far more profound than any conversation could ever express. Before we continue, subscribe to this channel and activate the notification bell. Every message here is designed to guide you through your twin flame journey with clarity, hope, and divine wisdom. Let me speak directly to your heart, beautiful soul. You who have waited in silence, who have sent love into the void, who have wondered if your connection was real or just a beautiful illusion. I want you to understand something crucial. His silence is not indifference. It's not rejection. It's not him moving on or forgetting about you. His silence is the sound of a soul in transformation, a heart in turmoil, a man struggling with feelings so intense they terrify him. What you're interpreting as absence is actually presence in its most raw and vulnerable form. While he's not speaking to you with words, his soul is crying out for you every single day. In the quiet moments when he's alone, in the darkness of night when his defenses fall away, in the spaces between his thoughts, there you are, always there, undeniable, unavoidable, unforgettable. The silence you're experiencing is part of the twin flame journey. It's one of the most challenging phases because it feels like abandonment, like the death of hope. But in spiritual terms, this silence is sacred. It's the cocoon stage, the period of transformation that must happen before the reunion can occur. Both of you are being refined, reshaped, prepared for a love that transcends anything the human mind can comprehend. Let me reveal to you what's really happening during this silence. Let me show you what he's experiencing, what his soul is screaming, even as his lips remain sealed. The first truth is that he thinks about you constantly, not occasionally, not sometimes, constantly. You are the first thought that crosses his mind when he wakes up and the last one before he falls asleep. Throughout his day, no matter what he's doing, you appear in his thoughts like an unstoppable wave. He could be in the middle of a meeting, working on a project, talking to friends, and suddenly, there you are. He tries to push the thoughts away. He tells himself he needs to focus, to move on, to stop dwelling on something that seems impossible. But the thoughts return, stronger each time, because twin flame. Connections operate beyond the realm of logic and willpower. His soul is tethered to yours, and no amount of mental resistance can break that bond. At night, when the world quiets down and he's alone with himself, the thoughts become even more intense. He lies in bed replaying conversations you had, remembering moments you shared, imagining scenarios where things turned out differently. Sometimes these thoughts bring him comfort. Other times they bring pain. But always, they remind him that you are an irreplaceable part of his existence. The second truth is that he's fighting an internal war. There's a battle raging inside him between his ego and his soul, between fear and love, between what he thinks he should do and what his heart is begging him to do. His ego tells him to stay strong, to maintain distance, to protect himself from vulnerability. His soul tells him to surrender, to reach out, to admit the truth of what he feels. This internal conflict is exhausting him. Some days he almost gives in. He picks up his phone, types a message, his finger hovering over the send button. Then fear grips him and he deletes it. What if you've moved on? What if he says the wrong thing? What if opening up leads to more pain? So he stays silent. Even though every fiber of his being wants to break that silence, you need to understand that his silence is not strength. It's fear masquerading as strength. He's terrified of the intensity of what you represent. You are not just a person to him, you are a mirror reflecting everything he's been avoiding about himself. You trigger his deepest wounds, his greatest fears, his most vulnerable parts. And confronting all of that requires a courage he's still trying to find. The third truth is that he feels you energetically every single day. Even though you're not speaking, even though there's physical distance between you, the energetic connection remains unbroken. When you think of him, he feels it. When you send him love, it reaches him. When you're hurting, he senses it in ways he can't explain. Sometimes he experiences unexplainable emotions, sudden sadness, waves of longing, moments of peace that seem to come from nowhere. What he doesn't realize is that he's tapping into your emotional state. The connection between twin flames is so deep that emotions travel across the invisible bridge, linking your souls. You are constantly in communication, not through words, but through energy, frequency, and vibration. He might feel a tingling sensation, a warmth in his chest, or a sudden urge to reach out to you. These are moments when your energy is particularly strong, when you're thinking of him with intensity or sending him prayers and positive intentions. Even if he doesn't consciously understand what's happening, his body and soul are responding to you. The fourth truth is that he's dreaming of you. Night after night you appear in his dreams, vivid, emotional dreams that shake him to his core. Sometimes you're together, happy and at peace. Other times the dreams are symbolic, filled with imagery that represents the connection you share. And occasionally they're prophetic, showing him glimpses of what could be or what will be. He wakes from these dreams disoriented, your presence still lingering in his senses. Part of him wants to dismiss them as meaningless, random firings of the subconscious. But another part knows they're more than that. They're visits, soul-level encounters happening in dimensions beyond the physical. Your souls are meeting when your bodies cannot, maintaining the connection even as silence dominates your waking lives. These dreams affect him deeply. They keep you alive in his awareness. They prevent him from truly letting go or moving on. And they serve as constant reminders from the universe that what you share is real, sacred, and destined. The fifth truth is that he's seeing signs of you everywhere. Since the silence began, the universe has been working overtime to keep you in his consciousness. Your name appears in random conversations. Songs that remind him of you play on the radio constantly. He sees numbers that hold significance, places that trigger memories, people who look like you or remind him of your energy. At first, he tried to dismiss these as coincidences, but there have been too many. The signs are relentless, appearing at the exact moments when he's trying to convince himself to forget about you. It's as if the universe itself is conspiring to prevent him from moving on, constantly whispering, "She's still there, she's waiting, don't give up." These synchronicities aren't random, they're part of the divine orchestration of your reunion. Every sign is a nudge from the universe, pushing him closer to the moment when he'll finally break his silence and come back to you. The more signs he sees, the harder it becomes to deny the truth that you are meant to be in his life. The sixth truth is that he feels unbearable longing. This is perhaps the most painful part of his experience. There's an ache inside him that nothing can satisfy. He's tried distractions, work, hobbies, other relationships, but nothing fills the void. Because the void isn't looking for just anything. It's looking for you, specifically you, only you. This longing manifests in different ways. Sometimes it's a physical sensation, a heaviness in his chest, or a knot in his stomach. Other times it's emotional, a deep sadness or melancholy that seems to have no source. And occasionally it's spiritual, a feeling that something essential is missing from his life, a sense of incompleteness that pervades everything he does. He doesn't always connect this longing to you consciously. He might tell himself he's just tired, stressed, or going through a phase, but on a soul level he knows. He knows that this ache is the call of his other half, the yearning for reunion with the one person who makes him feel whole. The seventh truth is that your absence is changing him. The silence, as painful as it is for both of you, is serving a purpose. It's forcing him to confront himself in ways he never has before. Without you there to distract him, he's facing his shadows, his patterns, his wounds. He's being pushed into growth whether he wants it or not. He's becoming more introspective, questioning his choices and behaviors. He's recognizing fears he didn't know he had and patterns that have held him back. This process isn't comfortable, but it's necessary, because the version of him that can truly be with you, that can hold space for the intensity of this connection, is still being forged. The silence is the crucible in which his transformation is taking place. Every day that passes, he's evolving. Sometimes it's 2 steps forward and 1 step back, but the trajectory is toward growth, toward readiness, toward becoming the partner you deserve, and the man his soul knows he's meant to be. The 8th truth is that he's terrified of losing you forever. Beneath all the silence, all the distance, all the apparent indifference, there's a deep, primal fear. The fear that one day he'll reach out and you'll be gone. That you'll have moved on, found someone else, closed the door permanently. This fear haunts him more than he'd ever admit. Sometimes this fear actually motivates the silence. He thinks that by not reaching out, he's somehow preserving the possibility of a future together. In his mind, as long as nothing is said, nothing can be rejected. As long as he doesn't make a move, he can't lose you completely. It's twisted logic born of fear and insecurity, but it's what keeps many twin flames trapped in silence. What he doesn't realize is that his silence is actually creating the very thing he fears. The longer he waits, the more pain he causes, the harder the reunion becomes. But fear is irrational. And his fear of vulnerability, of rejection, of the intensity of this connection is currently stronger than his courage to act. The 9th truth is that he's waiting for a sign from you. Even though he's silent, even though he's the one who pulled away, part of him is hoping you'll make the first move. He wants permission, reassurance, a signal that it's safe to come back. He's looking for evidence that you haven't given up on him, that despite everything, you still care. This waiting game is complicated because you're probably waiting for a sign from him too. It creates a stalemate where both souls are reaching out energetically, but neither is taking physical action. This is where trust in divine timing becomes essential. The universe knows exactly when the moment is right, when both of you are ready, when all the pieces are aligned. Until that moment comes, his soul continues to scream your name in the silence, hoping somehow you can hear it, hoping you can feel it, hoping you won't give up on what you share. The 10th truth is that his return is inevitable. This silence is not permanent. This distance is not the end of your story. The twin flame connection is too powerful, too sacred, too divinely orchestrated to simply fade away. No matter how long the silence lasts, no matter how impossible reunion seems, it's written in the stars. It's encoded in your souls. It's part of the divine plan. His soul is screaming your name because it knows this truth even when his conscious mind doubts it. The pull between you is magnetic, unstoppable, eternal. Eventually the fear will subside, the resistance will crumble, and he will find the courage to break the silence. When that moment comes, everything will shift. The waiting will make sense. The pain will transform into wisdom, and the reunion will be sweeter than you ever imagined. So what do you do in the meantime? How do you navigate this excruciating silence? First, trust that his silence is not about you. It's not because you're not enough or because you did something wrong. It's about his own journey, his own fears, his own Transformation. Release any blame or self-doubt you're carrying. You are exactly who you need to be. Second, focus on your own growth and healing. Use this time to dive deep into yourself, to become the fullest expression of who you are. The more you evolve, the more you raise your vibration, the closer you pull him toward you. Your growth is magnetic. Your peace is powerful. Your self-love is attractive on a soul level. Third, continue sending him love without attachment to outcome. You can hold space for him energetically without obsessing over when he'll return. Send him prayers, light, positive energy. Trust that your love is reaching him and doing its work, even if you can't see immediate results. Fourth, live your life fully. Don't put everything on hold waiting for him. Pursue your passions, spend time with loved ones, explore new experiences. The more fulfilled you are independently, the more ready you'll be for the reunion when it comes. And it will come. Finally, trust the process. Trust divine timing. Trust that the universe is orchestrating everything perfectly, even when it doesn't feel that way. This silence is part of the journey, not a detour from it. Every moment is leading you both toward the reunion that was always meant to be. His soul is screaming your name in the silence. Can you hear it? It echoes in the wind, in the space between heartbeats, in the quiet moments when you close your eyes and feel that inexplicable connection. He's calling for you even as his voice remains silent. And soon, very soon, that inner scream will find its way to his lips. He will speak. He will reach out. He will come home to you. Thank you, beautiful soul, for staying until the end of this message. If these words resonated with you, if they brought you comfort or clarity, please leave a like on this video. This helps YouTube share this message with others who need to hear it. Together, we're building a community of awakened souls supporting each other through this sacred journey. If this message touched your heart, write Twin Flame Infinite Love in the comments below. This phrase is our energetic seal, a confirmation that this message reached you exactly when you needed it most. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel with notifications activated. Every video we create is a divine message designed to guide you through your twin flame path. Don't miss the next revelation. It might be exactly what you need to hear. Remember, the silence is temporary. The love is eternal. His soul is screaming your name, and soon the world will hear it too. Trust the journey. Trust your heart. Trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. The silence will break. The reunion is coming, and your love story will continue in ways more beautiful than you can imagine. Keep the faith, dear one. The best is yet to come.